updates. Good morning, Tobago. Wake up with Kandace and Denise.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates. Viewers, it is my pleasure now to introduce you to the founding member of the Tobago Writers Guild, one of the founding members, I should say, Miss Deborah Moore-Miggins, as well as the PRO of the Tobago Writers Guild, Mr. Leroy George. Good morning and welcome to you both.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I am good, and it's always a good day when we have Miss Miggins on set and in Tobago, I should say. She's been spending some time away from us, but she's here for now.
Good morning to the people of Tobago, and what a pleasure it is really being here with you. After such a long time, we haven't seen each other. It's good.
Certainly. Now, we're talking today, of course, about the Tobago Writers Guild. And I mean, if you don't know by now, Miss Miggins is one of those people that has been behind us from the very start and making sure that we in Tobago have a cadre of writers within our space that do get a platform. And it's also being carried by young persons like Mr. Leroy George.
Yes, that is fantastic. And, it's a honor that I like very much that we together, I'm talking about Lauren, Boris Phillips, Milka Robinson, myself at least, were some of the people who saw the need for something like the Writers Guild. And we worked at it since 2006. We were egged on by Dr. Selwyn Kojo, and we formed the Writers Guild, and it has grown, and younger people are coming in and taking over the space, and that is how it should be. So we're proud of Leroy and quite a Xavier, Wade Carruth. We're doing it well. It's happening.
And we have now, as a result, we have a lot of young people, or actually all ages, that have that platform right now to have their literary works on display and ready for consumption, as we're trying to encourage that spirit of being able to write and read within our culture. And to push this a bit further, you guys are going to be engaging in something called a literary affair. Leroy, you want to share what this is going to be all about?
Yes, on the 5th of this month, that is this upcoming Sunday at 6 p.m., we're going to be in the Anne Mitchell Gift Auditorium in the Scarborough Library, right? And we're going to have the literary affair. It's the longest running event that we've been doing with the Tobago Writers Guild. Usually every year, the two biggest things that people look out for, the silver medal, I would say, would be the Reading Fest, but the gold medal is the literary affair. And this year, we're having it entirely in person. Ever since COVID-19, we have been gradually moving from online. We did do it virtual a couple years, about 2 years, and then 1 year, the last year, we did a mixture of virtual and in person. This time we're doing it in person, and according to the ticket sales, it's going to be a grand event thus far. So it's not too late. You could still call my number as the PRO 7508369. Get your tickets. It's only $100, and you're gonna have some refreshments there, etc. We're gonna have one of the most talented panelists in the whole of the world. He recently won an international award for his abilities. We'll remember his name just in a pitch. The name evades me just for a second, but we're going to also have quite a few of the most accomplished writers in Tobago, like Miss Deborah Moore-Miggins, like Miss Lauren Boris Phillips, another founding member, like Miss Milka Robinson, another founding member, etc. And so I would definitely say this is an event to come out to. You're not going to regret it at all. It's going to be high.
And the event is billed as the power of words. And that anybody who is interested, words are used in so many different contexts. We use words to love, we use words to inspire, to grow confidence, to encourage. We can also use it negatively. We're not focusing too much on the negative side. But words are just universal. People, some of our members are writing short stories, they're writing eulogies, they're writing sermons, anything you like to write, historical things, sports, You can go on and submissions. I do legal submissions, 10 a week. If you're interested in how to argue and put your arguments down. So it's for everybody. We cater. I think the guy's name is Iteration Julia.
Keyshawn Julian.
Keyshawn Julian,
I
yes,
do
and he was just
apologize.
recently honored in Trinidad as
Correct.
well.
That's a young man who is making us proud, and we're really happy about him. So it's Sunday. It's 6 o'clock. I thought it was 6:30. The ticket says 6:30, but it's 6 o'clock. And it's at the library. And we are asking everybody who ever used the word in life to come and hear how our various presenters are putting words together, are projecting their feelings, because this is what it is where it starts. It starts with your perception or your feeling about a thing, whatever that is. And there'll be, of course, different topic areas, subject areas. It's very interesting. And we know people will come out and, even speech band. People write speech band. Oh, they write calypso. So anybody who is interested in any of those areas. And, the Writers Guild helps you to hone your skills, to people critique you, people suggest ways that you can write better, you grow. It's a very exciting organization to be a member of, and we're looking forward to people coming. We would have a grand time.
Now, would there be books on sale from Tobago's authors?
Well, I know I'll have mine. I have two books that I've written, The Caribbean Proverbs That Raised Us. And I wrote, humor is another area that people like to tell jokes. I love, love, love jokes. So I have written one called Laugh Not, Live Not. If you're in laugh, you're in living. And there are several jokes. I don't have as many books, but I will have a couple books there. And other authors, there's Milka Robinson. She has also written several. I know two. She just came out with a maths book. I think it's called Maths and I. Very simple, very educational for young people to learn maths. Big people too. So I'm sure she'll be there with some, and there are other writers, Deirdre Prescott. We'll have the works there for whoever, whichever interest you have.
Not only that, but I'm going to talk to the president, and I think I could already say this is going to happen. This station, Tobago Updates, has been such an ally to the writers in the Tobago space. We have every Wednesday right on this station around 11 o'clock. You have Book Club Corner, and Tobagonians have been exposed to their own writers. So far, all the persons that have been interviewed, and that's over 16 persons on this station over the last 16, 17, 18 weeks or so, were Tobago writers. And so I know a lot of the persons who've been watching those programs would be saying to themselves, I would like to get my hands on some of those books. And we have over 26 or so published writers. And so if you want to read the works of, because I'm sure you probably heard some literary work from Miss Deborah Moore-Miggins.
Actually, I have some of her works.
You want to see everything. We're going to see if we could have all as much literature as possible. So if you heard about a book from one of the shows that show every Wednesday, it's going to be available, because I know the president has quite a few of those. Also, we have a book coming out. We did the Tobago in print, which is probably the best-selling book we ever did, where a large percentage of the writers in Tobago came together to put together one book. And it was so amazing. I think Miss Miggins have more than one pieces inside there, etc. And so we're going to be doing that also. So now is that time. The theme of this event is Power in Words, and I really feel as though Tobago is coming into its own right now when it comes to literature, not only because of the work that Tobago Updates and Tobago Writers Guild is doing, etc., but there's just a general spirit of Tobagonians wanting to better understand ourselves as a people, etc. And so I think, remember, it's Anne Mitchell Gift Auditorium. I did some research on Anne Mitchell Gift. She did so much to get Tobagonians reading. I recently had a conversation with Mr. George Leacock. The work that was done, the excitement, that place, there's going to be that spirit of us redefining and rediscovering our own selves. So I would definitely say if you are interested in being a part of that conversation and seeing what is going on in Tobago, being a part of that formalized thought that is writing come true, it's going to be just amazing. I know it's going to be amazing.
And people are going to hear more about what we have coming up. Recently, Dr. Rita Moses charged us in the Writers Guild to write about Tobago's history. And she focused us on reparations. And, you know, that was one she wasn't saying, but that triggered something in my mind. Really, we have heard so much about the topic. And we really haven't put out, well, Tobago hasn't written much, so that is the whole point. But there are some of the authors are now putting their script together to bring out a new type of book, which would focus a little on our history. And some very, very interesting themes are coming out on this reparation issue so far as Tobago is concerned. And, you know, I'm sure we'll give an insight into that just as a side show when we come there on Sunday. In addition, we go back to, we are hoping to be able to show snippets of some of our past literary affairs. So the show is the Tobago Writers Guild Literary Affair. And we are asking Tobago people who want to see our life, our history, our dreams or ambitions, all in writing, set before us by various authors, to come out and enjoy. What a lovely afternoon it would be.
Certainly. And again, just before as we're getting ready to wrap things up for this morning, just how can people get in touch with you, get tickets? Can they come to the door?
Yes, they certainly can come to the door. And one of the main drivers behind us, of course, is Miss Lauren Boris Phillips.
Yes.
Her number, I'm sure she wouldn't mind me giving it out, is 797-5936. My number is 683-0161. Leroy has given his number. I guess it's only left for him to give his wife Jewel's number.
Yeah.
And come to the door if you want. Bring a friend or two. We'll be happy to have you.
So the official Tobago, you could call any of those numbers. You could call mine 750-8369. But just generally speaking, when you want to talk about anything you want to reach the Tobago Writers Guild, our official number, we have our official phone number, official phone specifically for that, 620-5799. And so if you are a writer also and you want to get more involved in things like this, you want to get more involved in the Tobago Writers Guild, the NGO, the revolution that is taking place where literature is concerned in Tobago, you could call that number also.
All right, great.
630.
Right. And certainly. And I mean, this is something that we really need to support because we have a lot to offer here in Tobago. And a lot of times we don't realize it. But for those of you who are interested in writing, or, I mean, and as Ms. Moore-Miggins said, in so many different ways, whether it be songwriting, whether it be poetry, short story, essays, all of that. It's not just writing a book, but there is a space for you at the Tobago Writers Guild.
Thank you. Well said. Are you a member, by the way?
I am a very good supporter.
You are, I know that. Thank you. Thank you so much. This has been good for a change. Not being in quarters. And we thank our viewers in advance. We expect them come and clink glasses with some of us, some of the writers. So come on. Remember, you know something I want to do? There are writers retreat, writers cruises. God, I so would like to be able to come and bring your ideas that we could organize a cruise for writers to just go and talk and focus on what we're writing about and exchange.
It's a network opportunity also.
Yeah,
there are a lot of people interested in putting out some literature out there. They haven't started doing anything, but they want some advice. We have our publishing house, the Tobago Writers Guild, which we started, etc. They want some advice how to start from manuscript to publishing to advertising. Right now, Tobago Writers Guild is very holistic in our service to the writers of Tobago. Hence the name Tobago Writers Guild, not Tobago is right again.
And you know what else? These people who are putting out videos. To do a video, young people love to do video. To do a video, you first have to write the
Yes, you-
contents.
Yes, you
Some
do.
videos are better than others. The better writing, the better skill you have in writing, I believe, is the better your video could be.
Certainly.
So that is one reason to come and join us. We'll be so interested in people who have those kind of dreams, you know. So we're there waiting. Thank you very much, my lady. Unless you wanted to hear anything else.
I think we're good. I mean we need to save some for Sunday. So viewers, so make sure you get connected and come and support the Tobago Writers Guild as we try to uplift literary works here in Tobago. So thank you for joining us, and of course, viewers, thank you for staying with us throughout the show, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
To a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear me neighbor. 60,000 people strong.